वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च द्वितीय अध्यायः द्वितीयावल्ली 9th श्लोक मंत्र I can repeat. अग्निर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
अग्निर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
वायुर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
वायुर्यथैको भुवनं प्रविष्टः
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
रूपं प्रतिरूपो बहिश्च
यथा अग्निः भुवनं प्रविष्टः सन् यथा एकः अग्निः तु एकः भुवनं प्रविष्टः दारु आदि इंधन इन्धनभेदेन यथा अग्निः एकः अग्निः बहूनि रूपाणि प्राप्नोति रूपं रूपं प्रतिरूपो बभूव. Agni, based on the indhanam, assumes different form. Kintu swarupam tu ekaha eva. Swarupatvat ekaha eva agnihi. Tadvat vayuhu api. Bhavanam pravishtaha san vayuhu. Anekani rupani prapnoti. Kintu vayuhu swarupaha api ekameva. Yata agnege swarupam. Agnege swarupam tu औष्ण्यत्वं प्रकाशकत्वं. वायु एयर pranatma. The swarupam of Agni doesn't change because it manifests through different indhanam, different fuels. The swarupam of Vayu doesn't change because it assumes the form of the pranamaya kosha in keeping with the individual vyashti shariram. Tadvateva atma ekaha sarvabhutanta atma ekaha. Atma is all pervading, it is sarvabhutantaratma. Sarvesham bhutanam abhyantara atma. Sarvabhutantaratma. That atma being one, atma is one, then it is available in many shariram. It means atma is satyam, the sharirams are mithya. Anatmas are many. Atma is ekaha. Anatma mithya, atma is satyam. The satya atma doesn't change with the anatma, the changing anatma sharira. And atma is not only in the sharira, Bhagishcha, it is above sharira, above the upadhi. It is above the upadhi. It is nirupadika chaitanya. Atma is nirupadika. With upadhi, in the upadhi shariram, it is recognized as chit, the chaitanyam. Because it is recognized in the shariram as chit, it is not confined by the vyashti upadhi shariram. So for that two drishtanta dvayam. Aha. Now, this being so, since Atma is ekaha, Atma is in all the sharirams being many, will not the dharma of anatma, the sharira dharma, will it not cause dukkam to this atma if the atma in one shariram, if it is so, if atma is one shariram, is influenced by the dukkam of anatma, the atma, it is all pervading, it is sarvesham bhutanam abhyantara atma, the sarvabhutantara atma. Will it not be influenced by the dukkam of so many anatmas? Because anatmas being many, will it not be influenced by dukkha? Dukkha is samsara. Anatma is subject to samsara. So if anatma is influenced by samsara, then the atma which pervades the anatma, which is abhyantara atma, will it not be influenced by this samsara, this dukkam? That question comes. That Bhashyakara raises a question and that he presents as a Sangati, the connection to the next mantra. This question comes only when we take Atma is confined by the Anatma Sharira. If Atma is confined only to this individual Shariram, then the samsaritvam of the Anatma, individual Anatma, will influence the Atma. And Atma is in all the Shariram. Therefore, Atma will become a great samsari. It will always be subject to dukkham, not influenced by one Shariram, but many Sharirams. So, Atma being Ekaha, will it not be influenced to the dukkham of so many Anatma, samsara, Anatma, Shariram? That question may come. So, that is answered in the form of the mantra by the Upanishad. Bhashyakara connects it, asking such question and presents this mantra as an answer to the question. I will read. Ekasya sarvatmatve
एकस्य
सर्वात्मत्वे
samsara dukkitvam
संसारदुःखित्वम्
parasya eva tad iti
परस्य
परस्य एव तत् इति
praptam
प्राप्तम्
ataha idam uchyate.
अतः
इदम्
इदमुच्यते
उच्यते.
Yeah. So, your question is, a doubt is raised and it is being answered. The doubt can come only when what the Shruti says is not understood. What the Shruti says, when it is not understood, then only the doubt can come. What does the Shruti say? It says that Atma is the self of all beings, Sarveshu Pranishu, Pratyagatma, Atma, Abhyantara Atma, Vartate, and it is Atma is a self of all the beings, and it is all pervading. It is pervading all the bodies. All the bodies means subtle body, Sukshma Shariram, as well as Stula Shariram. This Agni example for Stula Shariram, the Vayu example for Sukshma Shariram. Because Pranamaya, Kosha, Pranatmana iti, Bhashyakara also said. So, pervading all the Sharira. Whatever may be the Sharira, Stula Shariram va, Sukshma Shariram va, Atma, which is in the individual Shariram, at the same time pervading all the Sharirams, both Sukshma as well as Stula. Not only that, Bhagischa api. Not only it is present in this Upadhi Shariram, it is Bhagischa, above this Upadhi. So, Nirupadika, this Nirupadika Atma. With regard to the Shariram, it is Sopadika Atma. When this is not understood, then one may think from the Upadhi standpoint, this Atma is confined by this Stula Shariram as well as the Sukshma Shariram. Therefore, the Sharira Dosham, Sharira Doshaha, Bhagavaha, Shariram, this Anatma Shariram has many doshas. It is not Satya, it is Jayate, it is Mriyate. Like Achiketa said, Shobhavo Martyasya Idanta Kaitat Shvaha Tasya Bhavaha Astiva Nastiva iti Bhaktam na Shakyate. Whether it will survive tomorrow or not, we don't know. It is unpredictable. Body is subject to all sorts of diseases. Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati, iti all the Shadvikaras are there. And body is subject to Corona. What about Atma? Atma doesn't get affected by corona, it is free. No vyadi, no adhi vyadi. Adhi vyadi ragitaha atma. Sharira upadi, sharira vyadi also not there. Mana vyadi also not there. It doesn't, Atma doesn't have psychological issues also. Only the antakarana mind can have. But this doubt may come. When this shariram, both Sthula and Sukshma, when has such problem, why not Atma? Atma also may have this doshas because Atma and Anatma, they have become as though as though it has become one. This Anatma Jara Shariram, now it is Chaitanyam, it is conscious. Therefore, it has as though it has become one. It does not become one, but one may think, one may attribute the defects of the Shariram and on the Atma and come to this conclusion. The Sharira doshas, Atma also would have been influenced. One may think, if Atma also influenced by this samsaritvam of the Shariram, then Atma will become a great samsari. There is no hope for this Atma to escape from this samsara. Because so many Sharirams are there. And Atma is Ekaha, we said. Therefore, it will be influenced by all the Shariram, the doshas of the Shariram. So, therefore, and also, if Atma is myself, then the doshas are also taken up by the Atma. Then Atma becomes a big samsara. If Sharira Dharmas, by Sharira Dharmas, if Atma is influenced, and Atma is myself, we say, then Atma becomes a samsari. So, therefore, there is something wrong in the understanding. To correct that, the next mantra is presented. Ekasya sarvatmatve samsara dukkitvam parasya eva. Ekasya atmanaha sarvatmatve. Sarvatmatva is sarvatma. Sarvabhutantaratma. Ekasya atmanaha sarvatmatve. Atma is ekaha. Sarvatmatve, when it is sarvatma, when it is the atma of everything. Sarveshu pranishu sarvatmatve sati kim bhavati samsara dukkitvam bhavati kasya parasya atmanaha paramatmanaha. And this atma will gain the status of samsara dukkha. Dukkam of the samsara will influenced by the dukkitvam. Dukkitvam prapnoti atmapi. So, evasya parasya. Parasya is paramatma. So, paramatma will have this dukkha of what? Samsara dukkha. Will enjoy the status of this sorrowfulness of this samsara if it is influenced by this anadi upadi, dhanatma upadi, ekasya sarvatmatve sati samsara dukkitvam syat atmanaha paratmanaha paramatmanaha iti taditi praptam. So taditi praptam, this is obtained, this conclusion is obtained if we think so. So therefore, ataha idam uchyate. Therefore, to clear this doubt only, the Upanishad says, what does it say? They will read. Suryo yatha sarvasya sarvalokasya chakshuhu.
Suryo yatha
sarvalokasya chakshuhu
Na lipyate chakshushayir bhyadoshaihi.
न
न
लिप्यते
लिप्यते चाक्षुषैर्बाह्यदोषैः
दोषैः
एकस्तथा सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
एकस्तथा
एकस्तथा
सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा
न लिप्यते लोकदुःखेन भाग्यः
न
न
लिप्यते
लिप्यते
लोकदुःखेन
लोकदुःखेन बाह्यः
If one Atma is the Atma of all the beings, then the Dukkham of all the beings will be belonging to this one Atma. The Dukkham being individual, therefore the Samsara being individual. And this Atma is Ekaha, the Atma of all the beings. It will be influenced by all the Dukkham, Dukkha dosha, Samsara dosha. So, this Atma, Paramatma, if it is influenced by the Upadhi, because it is associated with Upadhi, so therefore Atma will have the Dukkham of all the Anatmas put together. So this, if Atma is associated with the Upadhi, then Dukkham will be there. Because association, the Sangha only brings in Dukkham. Atma is Asanga. So how can it be subject to Dukkham? But still Upanishad presents. If this is not understood, it presents. So therefore, Atma is being Asanga, Asangatvena sarvabhuteshu vartate. Atma is Asanga, it is present in all the beings. How can it be? How can Atma be present in all the beings at the same time, not touched by this Upadhi Dharma? How this can be possible? This can be possible only if Atma is of or belongs to the different reality. Otherwise, it is not possible. If Atma is also enjoys the empirical reality, then Atma is not Atma. It is Anatma. It has the same status as that of the Anatma. If Atma also enjoys the same degree of reality as Anatma, it is one, can be counted one among the Atma. Like Vayu pervading everything. Similarly, Atma also pervades everything. Vayu is Anatma. Therefore, Atma is also one among the Anatma, if enjoys the same degree of reality. But Atma present in all the beings, and it is Asanga, not influenced by the Sharira Dharma and not confined to this Upadhi, Bhagischa. It is above this Upadhi, Bhagischa. Therefore, Atma must be belonging to the different degree of reality. Therefore, Anatma and Atma both enjoys a different degree of reality. One order of reality doesn't affect the other. The empirical reality cannot touch the absolute reality. Vyavaharika satta cannot influence the paramarthika satta. Dream world, the dreamer is influenced by the dream world. But the waker is not influenced by the dream world. The waker enjoys the empirical reality. Dreamer enjoys the dream reality. In the dream, the dreamer was chased by a tiger. Therefore, he runs and runs. And when he gets, he may have sweating also. But when he gets up, he doesn't see nobody chasing, doesn't see tiger chasing. He is sleeping on the cot comfortably. So, therefore, in the empirical reality, with regard to the empirical reality, the dream reality is mithya. Dream reality cannot influence the empirical reality. Only when they are of different reality, then only one will not influence the other. The dream will not influence the waker. Similarly, the waker gets to the dream. He forgets the waking world. Now he is enjoying. In the waking world, he may be very poor. But in the dream world, he is the king of the world. He enjoys all the luxury. That is true in the dream world. That is true in the dream. That is the reality in the dream. But in the waking, he doesn't have next meal. So the reality being different, they do not touch each other. Similarly, extending this to the Paramarthika reality, Atma being Paramarthika, enjoying Paramarthika reality. Anatma is Vyavaharika, empirical reality. Therefore, how can this empirical reality can touch the Paramarthika Sat? So, therefore, as the Pratibhasika cannot influence Vyavaharika, Vyavaharika cannot influence Paramarthika, Pratibhasika being individual, in the Vyavaharika Prapancha, the Jiva enjoys different upadhi. How can this upadhi dharma can influence the Paramarthika Sat Atma? Because the Atma is Paramarthika Sat, enjoys a different degree of reality, higher degree of reality. Therefore, the problems of Vyavaharika Satta cannot touch the Atma, and therefore Atma, even though it is present in all the beings, it remains asanga, not affected by the dukkam, the samsara of anatma. Therefore, moksha is not for anatma. Atma is already muktaha. Therefore, atma already being free, doesn't have to enjoy freedom because it belongs to the different higher degree of reality, Paramarthika, and Anatma, Vyavaharika. So moksha, Anatma, this Anatma Shriyan belongs to Vyavaharika, Sat, Vyavaharika reality, and it is subject to the Sharira Dharma, the changes happening this. Therefore, Anatma will have problem. Anatma Shariram will have problem. But in spite of this, the problem, the Atma which is present in all the beings, the person now, if he has identification with Atma, even though he enjoys his shariram, this upadhi, he will continue to be free. That is called moksha. Sharira dharma will not influence the Atma, and the Jnani knows he is Atma. The Shariram comes and goes. Being Atma, therefore, it doesn't have Janma and Maranam. Therefore, living in the Vyavaharika, he continues to be free. That is called moksha. So, therefore, only moksha. Moksha is possible. Moksha is possible only when it is already siddha and it is not known. So, therefore, only knowledge. Because it is not known. Because the fact, aham muktaha, I am already free. That is siddha vishaya, that is not known. Therefore, only one takes oneself to be a samsari because of association with this anatma upadhi shariram. Therefore, moksha is not something to be gained. It is already siddha. Atma is muktaha. Atma is always free. Since Atma is not influenced, cannot be influenced by this anatma, Atma being already free, therefore, who is the person getting moksha? There is not getting moksha, there is only knowing that being Atma, I am free. So, therefore, this bandha also is for the vyavaharika. Moksha, bandha, both moksha. Moksha as well as bandha. It is only vyavaharika. So, from Paramarthika standpoint, Atma is already free. That freedom is possible only, the freedom, the moksha is possible only when Atma is already free. Therefore, the freedom is the subject matter of knowing. It is not gaining something. It is knowing. Therefore, knowledge. Atma is always Purnaha. It is always perfect. Anatma is continues to be imperfect with all the doshas. This Anatma cannot be improved upon, and Atma cannot be improved upon. Anatma will be subject to all the problems, and Atma is free from all the problems. It cannot be improved upon because it is Purnaha. Anatma cannot be improved upon because Anatma cannot become Purna. Atma cannot be improved upon because Atma is already Purna. Anatma can be improved upon, but to what? Because there is no limit to the improvement. Any amount of improvement, it will be subject. It is limited only. Any amount of improvement, it will not make Anatma Purna. It continues to be the same, limited. That is the truth of the Vyavaharika. So, therefore, the knowledge that Aham Sada Muktaha, that only makes a person free, even while living in this with this sharira. Therefore, Atma being free from all the problems, Atma being free from all the problems, therefore, the sharira, the problems of the shariram, the samsara of this shariram, the doshas of the shariram will not affect the Atma. So, therefore, this samsara dukkitvam atmanaha na parasya atmanaha na iti. For that, a drishtanta is given. Very famous drishtanta is given. What is the drishtanta? Suryaha. Suryaha sarvasya sarvalokasya chakshuhu. Suryaha sarvalokasya chakshuhu. Suryaha na lipyate. Sarvalokasya chakshuhu suryaha. That is one sentence. Yata we will connect later. Then that suryaha na lipyate. Karmani prayoga na lipyate. Chakshushaihi bhagyadoshaihi suryaha na lipyate. So, drishtanta is suryaha. Now, what is the meaning of sarvalokasya chakshuhu? Chakshuhu means eye. Sarvalokasya means of all the beings, of all the people, of all the loka here means loke. Loka referring to the people of the world. World means people. The prani, the jantus. So, Surya is the eye of the chakshu of all the people. Sarva lokasya chakshuhu. What does it mean? That this eye, the chakshuhu, chakshurindriya is important, because of which the perception of an object, the sight of an object takes place. The knowledge of an object by sight takes place because of the indriya, because of this indriya chakshuhu. So, the perception is possible. The perception of an object is possible only through eyes. Sight perception through eyes. Will I alone can see, can perceive an object. If that is so, in the night also you should be able to perceive objects. Perception also should have been possible, should be possible in the night. But in the night it is not possible. You cannot perceive any object. So sight perception is ruled out in the night. Only in the daytime it is possible. The daytime or in the presence of some light. So light must be there for the sight perception. So the light perception, the sight perception is possible because of the eyes, and the light perception also is required. That only makes the eyes see. Without light there is no sight. No light, no sight. So therefore light is required. And what is the light? We have a huge light in the daytime. That is a sunlight, the sun. Therefore, because of sun there is light, and because of light the objects are illumined. Therefore, there is sight perception. So therefore the sun, which stands for light, is called eye. Because the light of the sun, because of the light of the sun only, the eyes enjoys visual perception. Therefore, the sun is presented as sarvalokasya chakshuhu. That is the logic. The logic began presenting sun as chakshu of the loka or the people is because of which only the sight perception is possible. Light is required for sight. The light is provided by the sun. Therefore, sarvalokasya suryaha chakshuhu iti. Therefore, sun is the eye of this loka, sarvaloka, of all the people. Now, this light, this sun, na lipyate, it is not touched. Lipyate means not polluted, not adulterated, not contaminated. Na lipyate. This light, that is this sun, the sun is not tainted. The sun is not tainted by chakshushaihi as well as bhagya doshaihi. The dosha to be connected to both chakshusha as well as bhagya. If you are not able to perceive an object even in the presence of light, that is a problem with the eye, not with the light. Light being what it is, it illumines all the things, all the objects uniformly. There is no partiality with regard to the illumination. If you are not able to see an object very clearly, then the problem belongs to the seer. The problem belongs to the instrument of the seer, eyes. Therefore, chakshushahi doshaihi. Chakshusha dosha, the defects of the eye. The light is not touched by the defect of the eyes. If you are not able to perceive, that is your problem. You have to check your eyes. Similarly, bhagya doshaihi, the objects are, so many objects are there, different objects, variety of objects. All the objects are not of the same quality, same guna, same attributes, different objects having different properties. Some are pure, some are impure. There is gutter water, there is Ganga water. Both are lighted by this sun alone, the light of the sun alone. Because the sun rays touches the Ganga water, the gutter water, the sun rays not polluted. So bhagya doshaihi, the doshas of the object, by that the sun is not tainted. So the sun which is the chakshu of all the people, not touched by the individual dosha, chakshushayi individual dosha, as well as the doshas which are there in the objects itself. Which are there in the object itself. So, that is the drishtanta. That is the drishtanta. The same way, tatha, yatha tata, the same way, ekaha sarvabhutantaratma, lokasya dukkhena na lipyate. Similarly, atma being ekaha sarvabhutantaratma, atma ekaha na lipyate, it is not touched by loka dukkhena, by the dukkha, by the problems of the loka, the people. Atma is not touched. What is the problem? Agam samsari, who says this samsara is? This person says agam samsari, agam dukhi, agam sukhi iti. But Atma is not touched. Atma cannot become a samsari. Na lipyate. Yata suryaha na lipyate. Tata Atma api na lipyate. Even though it pervades all the beings. Sarvabhutantaratma. Na lipyate. This person says Aham Karta, Aham Bhokta. Atma can never become a Karta Bhokta. Na lipyate, not tainted by Kartrutvam Bhoktrutvam. Therefore, that Kartrutvam Bhoktrutvam, it neither belongs to Atma nor belongs to Anatma. Anatma being Jadam. How can Jada Vastu can enjoy the Kartrutvam Bhoktrutvam? How can the Chaitanyam have this Kartrutvam Bhoktrutvam? Both cannot have. Then to whom does it belong to? Kartrutvam Bhoktrutvam, which is the cause for all the problems. It is, in fact, it is mithya. Because of this chit jada granthi, it as though enjoys the status of existence, as though enjoys the status of existence. It is not really there. Therefore only when great Mahatmas, when they undergo any surgery or operation, the doctors will be doing surgery without any anesthesia. And this anatma, this jnani will be totally asanga. Because this anubhava, whom does it belong? Does it belong to shariram? If it belongs to shariram, it is jadam. It cannot, if it is belong to atma, it cannot belong to atma. Because atma is asanga. How can this asanga atma be lipyate? How can it be touched by this sharira, dukkam, sharira dosha? Therefore, only remaining asanga, not influenced by anything. Because this kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, that is samsara, that is the cause of all the problem. Therefore, bhagya doshaihi, chakshusaihi doshaihi, bhagya doshaihi, yatha sarvalokasya chakshuhu suryaha na lipyate, tatha sarvabhutantaratma lokadukkhena na lipyate. And the reason also given, bhagyaha, atma is bhagyaha. Bhagyaha means asangaha ityartaha. Bhagyaha means atma is above all experience. In the presence of atma, only all the experiences take place. But atma is above all experience. Atma, bhagyaha. Even though it is present in all the, not with regard to shariram. Not that atma is present out. It is bhagyaha here, it means atma is outside the sharira. Atma is inside as well as outside. Inside from the standpoint of the sharira upadhi, outside from the standpoint of nirupadika standpoint, nirupadika chaitanya. Inside with regard to this upadhi, sharira upadhi. Atma doesn't have inside, outside. It is sarvavyapi. So that is inside and outside for Atma. So therefore Atma is asangaha, therefore it is ever free. So ekaha tatha sarvabhutantaratma na lipyate lokadukkhena. So Atma is not tainted by the dukkha, not affected by the dukkha, because it is bhagyaha, it is asangaha iti. Now this chakshushahi doshahi, I said this the dosha, the defects of the eye. The defects of the eye. What are the defects of the eye? One thing there could be that eye may have the cataract problem, the vision problem. Therefore, perception, the sight of an object, not possible. The sight of the object, not possible. Not clearly the object is perceived. There is problem in the perception of an object. That is physical problem. Similarly, this dosha, the chakshusha dosha, there are some defects involved in seeing. There are some dosha, if you take the meaning of the dosha to be papam, to be the papam committed by the eyes will not influence the sun. The papam committed by the eyes. There are certain things which the eyes should not see. There are certain things the eyes should not see wrong things, should not see ugly things, should not see that which are prohibited. These are all considered to be the papam. It is said somewhere in some shastra where it is not known, I don't remember. This when the wife eats, the husband should not see. So that is not drishya yogya, should not see. It is said. So that is a defect. That is a dosha. That is a dosha. Why when the husband should not see, it is not known. But it is said. Maybe in Manusmriti or somewhere it is said. So similarly, when somebody does wrong things, then we should not see, because that seeing itself is papam. Like drinking, smoking, all those things, eating mamsa, it's a papam. Similarly, doing that which is prohibited by the Shastra. Doing means need not be physically doing. Seeing is also equally invites papam. These are all papa karma. The papam is committed by the eyes, by the chakshu. Will it affect the light which causes the sight? No, it will not affect, because it is committed by this, the eye. How can it affect the light, the provider of the light? In fact, the light that alone provides a sight also. How can it affect? So the doshas of the karta, who sees. Similarly, the doshas which are present in the very karma, the object itself, will not influence the sun. Na lipyate. Same way, Atma also. Same way with the Atma also. Here, the Atma, the Shariram being very closer to Atma, not affected by that. And similarly, the objects, the Prapancha being outside, by that also, this Atma is not influenced. So one is Chakshusha is this very the closer. Bhagya dosha is external. So internal and external. Both internal and external defects. Both the Shariram as well as the objects of the Prapancha will not touch Atma, will not taint the Atma. Because Atma is Bhagyaha. It is above this Shariram, above this, the limitation of the objects of the world. That is the meaning. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Suryaha yatha chakshushaha
Suryaha yatha chakshushaha
चक्षुषः
alokena upakaram kurvan
Alokena upakaram kurvan
Mutra purishadi shuchi prakashanena
मूत्रपुरीषादि
अशुचि
प्रकाशेन
मूत्र पुरीषादि अशुचि अशुचि प्रकाशेन
मूत्रपुरीषादि अशुचि प्रकाशेन
तद्दर्शिनः
तद्दर्शिनः
सर्वलोकस्य चक्षुः अपि सन्
सर्वलोकचक्षुः अपि सन्
न लिप्यते
न लिप्ते
चाक्षुषैः अशुच्यादि दर्शन निमित्तैः
चक्षुषैः निमित्तैः
आध्यात्मिकैः पापदोषैः बाह्यैश्च अशुच्यादि संसर्गदोषैः all tritya चाक्षुषैः अशुच्यादि दर्शन निमित्तैः आध्यात्मिकैः पापदोषैः भाग्यैः च अशुच्यादि संसर्गदोषैः न लिप्यते भाष्यकार न लिप्यते इति. So now drishtanta is explained by the Bhashyakara, the first line of the mantra. Suryaha yatha suryaha, as the sun, just as a sun. Chakshushaha upakaram kurvan. Surya does the upakara, help. It helps the eye, because sun is responsible for the sight. In fact, Chakshushaha Devata, Suryaha, we have seen Surya Devata is the Rishtana Devata for eyes. So, therefore, Upakaram Kurvan, Chakshushaha is Chakshushaha Upakaram Kurvan. Suryaha Chakshushaha is, it is the eye, Chakshush Shabda. So, Chakshushaha Upakaram Kurvan. Dvitiya Vibhakti. Or it's a Shashti Vibhakti. Chakshushaha Upakaram Kurvan. Upakara to the Chakshush. Being done by the Surya. How? Alokena. Aloka is light. So, the sun which gives light, which in fact provides light to not only to the object, which provides light even to the eyes. Or because it is the Adhisthana, the Devata. Sun is not there, eyesight is not possible. Sun is there because of it, objects are illuminated, and also the eyes are eyes. Okay, so Alokena Chakshushaha Upakaram Kurvan Suryaha Asti. One Vakya. Alokena, by light, through light, Upakaram Kurvan. It does help. Upakara is help. Kaha Upakaram Karoti Suryaha. Upakaram Kurvan Suryaha. To whom? To this Chakshushaha, to the eye. Katam Alokena. Upakaram Kurvan Suryaha. Mutra Purishadi Ashuchi Prakashena. Prakasha by illuminating, by lighting the Ashuchi, all the impure objects. Mutra Purishadi means Mutra is urine, Purishadi is this waste things getting outside the body, excreta. All these also are illumined by the sunlight alone. Therefore, Prakashena tad darshinaha, that which illumines, that which illuminates. What is that? Suryaha. So, everything is illumined by the sun. Everything is illumined by the sun. Tad darshinaha, Tad-darshinaha is the seer of that. Okay. Not Surya. Tad-darshinaha is all the seer of all this. The seer of all this is these things, impure objects. For them, sarvasya lokaha chakshuhu bhavati kaha the suryaha. Tad-darshinaha, the seer of those things, all what are those things? The impure things which are mentioned. For them, tad-darshinaha, for them, sarva lokasya chakshuhu bhavati suryaha. The sun becomes the light. The sun becomes the light by giving sight to all the people. Therefore, only darshanam is possible. Therefore, tad-darshinaha. Tad-darshinaha, tat referring to that impure object. Darshan is that the seer, the seer. Therefore, tad-darshana means the seer of those things. For them, the sun become the provider of the light. By giving light to their eyes, it makes them see. So, the sun is only, the sun being provider of the light, it is only secondary. But what is primary? The people who see, they see various things. They see various things, pure objects, impure objects. All the objects are uniformly illuminated by the sun, but the seer sees. Therefore, tad-darshinaha, darshaneha, kimbhavati, tad-darshinaha sarvalokasya chakshuhu api, tad-darshinaha sun api, na lipyate. Na lipyate. So, na lipyate, not touched. So, tad-darshinaha can refer to the eyes also, the eyes which see. Tad-darshinaha is eye, because I only see. So, tad-darshinaha sarva lokasya chakshuhu suryaha sun api na lipyate. It is not tainted, it is not tainted by chakshushaihi doshaihi, by the defects related to the eyes. The defects related to the eyes. What are the defects possible? That is being said. Since chakshushaihi doshaihi is in Tritiya Vibhakti, therefore all the defects are presented in Tritiya Vibhakti. What are those? Ashuchyadi darshana nimittaihi adhyatmikaihi papaihi. The defects which are in the form of papam. That is why I said papam, some of the papam. I said that seeing that which should not be seen. There are certain things which are prohibited to be seen because it will contaminate the mind. Therefore, it is considered to be the papam. So those papam, those by seeing those, you invite papam, because the Shastram says. So that's a dosha. Papam is also a dosha. Therefore, papa doshaihi. Ashuchyadi darshana nimittahi. That is the ashuchya, the impure, ashuchyadi, the impure things, darshana nimittaihi, papa doshaihi. This papa dosha, it is caused by just the darshanam, the sight of the impure things, impure objects, caused by the sight of impure objects. Ashuchyadi darshana nimittaihi papa doshaihi. So the papa which is created, which is caused by the sight of those things which are prohibited by this shastra. Nimittaihi, caused by. Darshana nimittaihi, caused by the sight. Caused by the sight of ashuchya. Ashuchya is that which is not shuchyam, that which is not pure. Because of which the papam is because of which the papam is incurred. So the defect is the papam. The papam caused by the sight of those impure things. Not impure in terms, one is impure, other thing is it is prohibited by the Shastra. Therefore, Shastraihi, it is nishedaha, certain things. And also, adhyatmikaihi. This is adhyatmika. This is caused by the sight of the individual eyes. Therefore, adhyatmikaihi, papadoshaihi. By that, the sun is not affected, na lipyate, not, it is not, the sun will not get papam. The sun is not affected, it is not tainted by the papadoshas. It is not tainted by the papadoshas, these doshas, the defects which are in the form of the papam, which is caused by the sight of this ashuchya, the impure things, and also the things which are prohibited by the Shastram. There are certain things which are said in, as I said, one should not see when one's wife is eating food. Similarly, one in the Shraddha ceremony, they say when the person there is a ceremony that one should see the reflection of oneself in the oil, and a person takes it away at the end of the ritual. So when the person goes, nobody should be there on the way, obstructing the way. This all should not be done. And generally, the reflection of oneself should not be seen in the oil or the water. That is prohibited by the Shastram. The reflection of sun also in the water, they say one should not see. And one should not see the person who has touched the dead body. So like that, certain things are said. Certain things, doing these things deliberately will invite papa. Probably this is said in Manusmriti. Certain things are like this are said in the Manusmriti. If it is done by accident, it is not a problem. But if it is done deliberately, then it will invite papam. So, therefore, papa doshaihi, ashuchyadi samsarga doshaihi, caused by the dosha of the eyes, because which has seen that should not be seen, because it is prohibited by the Shastra. Therefore, it will have papam. So, therefore, the sunlight will not get that papam. That remains unaffected. Therefore, by the individual, by the sight of this individual, the light is not tainted. Similarly, bhagyaischa, ashuchyadi samsargaihi doshaihi. This is individual. Now, bhagyaihi cha, ashuchyadi samsarga doshaihi. This light, the light which is the light of the sun, which is in contact with the bhagya vastu, the objects may be pure or impure. By that, this light is not touched. Bhagyehi is equal to ashuchyadi samsarga doshaihi. The dosha, the defects caused by the samsarga, the association with the ashuchya, the impure objects. Because of the association with the impure objects, the light is not tainted. Therefore, by the eyes also, by the vision of the eyes also, the sun is not tainted. By the association with the ugly objects, impure objects also, as well as good objects, pleasant things also, the light is not tainted. Light is not tainted. And also, from the individual, this chakshushahi, the person may look at the same thing with raga. One person may look at a thing with raga, other person may look at a thing with dvesha. So, the perception of an object, the perception and the consequence of the result of seeing for one person could be a raga, for other person could be a dvesha. The object being what it is lighted by the sun. This raga and dvesha belonging to the individual. Those are the doshas. By that also, the sun is not affected, na lipyate. So any dosha of the individual or that of the objects which are lighted by the sun, by them, the sunlight is not affected. The sun is not affected. So it is asanga. It is as it is asanga. Similarly, the atma also. Ekaha san. Next line. Ekaha
Sun.
Ekah san
tata sarva bhutantaratma
tatha
sarvabhutantaratma
na lipyate loka dukkhena bhagyah.
na lipyate loka
Lokadukhena
dukkhena
bhasyah.
Tata, similarly, sarva bhutantaratma ekaha san, being one. Sarva bhutantaratma, the atma of all the beings, na lipyate, not tainted. By what? Loka dukkhena. The dukkha of the people. The dukkha of the people, the dukkha may be belonging to the shariram or to the mind or to the manas. These three things, by this, the dukkha of the three things, this atma is not affected. So, atma, chaitanyam, is not affected by the dukkha of the loka, the people, as it is like the sun, not affected by the things it illumines. Similarly, the atma is not tainted. Why? It is bhagyaha. Bhagyaha means external. Literal meaning is external, outside. What does it mean outside? It is outside means it is na lipyate is, therefore Bhashyakara says bhagyaha, that tainting is not possible because it is bhagyaha. Therefore only I said it is paramarthika. It is paramarthika, therefore only it is not tainted. It doesn't belong to the same order of reality. If it is so, then it also will be tainted. Bhagyaha means it is paramarthika sat atma. Therefore, it is not tainted. And the word bhagyaha is Bhashyakara. He explains in the next following paragraph that it is paramarthika. That we will see. We'll see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.